Hello, welcome back to the Sam Beast YouTube channel, and welcome back to another one in our series of ITAM shorts. Mr. Rory Canavan has joined me again today. There's a lot of ITAM shorts we've got with Rory because he's just got so much wisdom and advice and nuggets of information that can help the ITAM and IT asset management world. So in this ITAM short, I asked Rory to basically be Mystic Rory and predict the future. And I started by asking him, what does IT asset management look like in 2030? I fully expect to look back on this in 2030 and be able to poke fun at his predictions as none of it comes true. But let's go and see what he says. Enjoy.
So I think there's going to be a shift in focus away from ELPs, and I think it's going to be more focused on the ROI and TCO gained from IT services. And we're going to see, I think, increasing use and relevance of software tags. So by being able to tag software, we're able then to align tags to IT services, and that makes reporting on IT services that much easier. And then the relevance, shall we say, of looking east to west as to Microsoft, IBM, Oracle, etc., will have a role. It'll still have a role to play because people want, still have to deal with those vendors. But I think once tagging comes into its own, it's going to revolutionize IT management, because you're then going to start to scrutinize installations that don't have a tag.
And where can I find out more about tags, Rory?
Funny you should ask that, Dave. Actually, we have a white paper on our white papers page called "Create and Maintain Your CMDB Using SAM." So there's an 8-page walkthrough on how this could be applied.
Nice.
And I think that's going to be increasingly relevant, because that's the day-to-day conversation businesses have. What does that technology stack give us? We're not so concerned about, where are we with Microsoft or Oracle? So much. I think.
What about technologies, Rory? Like I know you're interested in RPA, for example, containerization, etc. Is that going to be a fad for the next few years, or will that be a big part of ITAM in 2030?
I think definitely RPA. I think as much because I don't see enough adoption of processes, or if I do, I think it's fag packet stuff. It's on the back of post-it notes and what have you. Favorite answer I ever had: do you have a software request process? Yes, on a Tuesday when Tommy's in the office.
That's not legit. Come on.
It is. I swear. I had it when in the bad old days at Fast. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Only on a Tuesday do you have a software request process. Every other day it's a free-for-all. Buy on credit cards, people.
Imagine, and that was back when their gap analysis was a straight yes or no. And I'm thinking, how do I put that in there? How do I do that? Thankfully those days are long gone. But yeah, RPA will kick in, I think, as much because if you want to practice SAM and ITAM at scale in enterprise organizations, you can't rely on manual intervention on a day-to-day basis. And the joy of RPA as well, of course, is that it doesn't need wages. RPA, it doesn't need holidays. It doesn't need cigarette breaks. It never gets ill. It runs 24/7, 365. So I can only see adoption increasing. And I think even Gartner and other Forrester and other business studies have done very sort of buoyant views of where the RPA market is going, and it's in the sort of 9-figure region as to where it's growing in the next few years.
Wow.
Because it's not just SAM or ITAM, of course. It's every aspect of information management. So
robots will be taking over come 2030.
Well, this is the thing, you see, because I think back on this, and I've got a wry smile on my face, as much because you still need to know what the process does. If the process is broken and the information is going down a rabbit hole somewhere, you still need to be able to fix it. You need to be able to do something about it. So having that base understanding of what RPA does or what that bot does is absolutely vital. You can't just sort of say, I don't know. You know?
So will that be an ITAM responsibility though, or are we saying that actually, do you know what, guys? RPA is coming in, ITAM 2030. You're only going to need one person in your team. Everything else will be robots.
No, I don't. No, I don't, because you'll still need those specialisms. I don't know where, license nuances and contract nuances are going to sit come 2030. I don't see bots taking that over just yet. Everybody has, IBM Watson in the corner. Yeah, no problem.
So people are safe.
Yes, yeah, I think for a Sam and ITAM career, yeah, for that person who was asking, at the beginning of the interview, yes, you will have a long career ahead of you. Yeah.